Oh, yes. How sweet it is to beat the Nashville Predators, friends, on a Thursday night as we usher in what is going to be one heck of a good weekend to start November. You can play La Bomba. The Edmonton Oilers back in the win column tonight. Next game up, the Calgary Flames looking for some revenge from that early season not so great game for the Oilers. They'll be looking for that revenge against the Flames come Sunday night down in the Stampede City. So what I will tell you from tonight, the Oilers haters will absolutely hate to see this result because everybody that hates the Oilers said, well, over the past 2 days, there was no way this Oilers team was going to win a game without Connor McDavid. Well, guess what? What everyone forgets is A, number one, Leon Draisaitl shows up against the Nashville Predators. B, Leon Draisaitl has a history of showing up when Connor goes out of the lineup. C, the Edmonton Oilers, they are undefeated this year when they have a fight in a hockey game at the NHL level in the regular season, and it has been absolutely fantastic to see that be a stat as the Oilers continue to dial back the clock a little bit here this season. Get a little rough and tumbly and chucking the knuckles and winning hockey games. It feels good to see this Oilers team capable of that because I will tell you, last year's team was not as capable at throwing hands like this Oilers team is. That's one thing you can say about this year's team for guaranteed sure. So before we get too far into the post game, if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button, friends. Closing in on that 17,000 mark. I know I keep making moans of this, but I'm telling you, we're closing in, and then all of a sudden, bang, that's a pretty huge number that definitely never thought we'd get there. But what we know about the Oilers is a lot of people never thought they'd get here tonight, but that comes in large part thanks to Leon Draisaitl and a fourth line that came up with an immense effort tonight. Corey Perry, Drake Caggiula, Noah Philp combined for the game-winning goal. The second goal of the game, by the way. The Oilers won 5-1 tonight in case you missed the score. But yeah, an absolute beauty of a goal for the Oilers. They tucked it back into the back of the net. And Noah Philp scores his first career point in the NHL at age 26. Don't forget Drake Caggiula scores his first point since 2022 and his first point as an Oiler since late December in 2018. So all in all, I mean, again, I'm sitting here being critical game in, game out when the Oilers lose for one purpose and one purpose only. Because when the Oilers are on their game, when they're playing tough, when they're fighting in hockey games, and they are not being pushed over by the other team, they are unstoppable. That is one thing we have learned this year. You do not go 5-0 in games you have fights in if you are not a force to be reckoned with. And the Oilers, I'm sorry, whether you want to believe it or not, and whether I want to be critical of them or not when they lose, they are a force in the NHL this year. And game in, game out, no matter who's dropping the gloves, when we win those games, it goes to show that if the Oilers truly want to show up to win a game, they will. I don't care if you want to use the excuse they're old and slow. I don't care if, oh, we shouldn't have traded this guy. That's all BS excuses to me at this point. We know what this team's capable of. If you're missing the boat, hey, that's fine. We'll leave you stranded on the island. But at some point, you're going to have to figure out what you're missing. And this Edmonton Oilers team, as I've said all year, when they want to show up and give a damn, they are a good team and they are going to win hockey games, and that they have. You got to think, every single loss this year, they have not had a fight. When they are engaged, when they compete, when they dig in, when they throw hands, this team is some kind of treat to watch. And the most beautiful part of it is we're getting a front row seat to a team that I don't think in the NHL has existed over the past 5-10 years, it feels like at this point. We don't usually see every game a team wins out of the start of the gate. There's a fight, and the team that's fighting is handedly doing most of the punching. And, well, guess what? That's the Edmonton Oilers. Yeah, tonight a little different story, but did you see Vasily Podkolzin one-punch a guy? My goodness, that's a beautiful sight. I know I'm advocating for violence. What a dinosaur I am, but I don't care. If it's the way the Oilers need to wake up, smell the coffee, and win hockey games, I'm dang well going to love every bit of it because it has been a blast to watch the Oilers. I am a huge Hockey Fights fan. If anyone knows my history in the online social media hockey circles, you know where I'm going with this. But I love watching the gloves get shed and these guys go out there and fight for each other. And they have done it to absolute perfection. 5-0-0 with a fighting major in the game this year for the Edmonton Oilers. And this is the team I want to show up and watch night in, night out. And it's not just the same two guys every single night. There have been multiple contributors in that facet, and it's been fantastic. And that is all to absolutely diminish what a fantastic night Leon Draisaitl, who everybody's screaming, oh my God, what a waste of $14 million. Sorry, who's leading the Oilers in points right now? Sorry, who had a 3-point night without his buddy Connor McDavid in the lineup? At what point do we stop making excuses here that Leon Draisaitl is a good player, right? Like, we're making excuses that he isn't. Stop it. Leon Draisaitl is an amazingly talented, amazingly great player that has to, unfortunately for the both of them, share ice with Connor or Leon, vice versa. You know what? Both these guys could lead their teams to great heights, and both these guys have led this team to great heights over the past 3 years. And buckle up, because while Connor's out, Leo will do the heavy lifting. Connor will return flying as usual. And you thought you saw this script last year. Well, guess what? It's back and ready to roll for year number 2 of production with Amazon Prime, because we are going to have one heck of a documentary once more with this Oilers team doing exactly what they did last year at the start of the year. I'm not sitting here saying, I got a stupid comment sitting there saying, well, I expected a 17-game win streak. Me, that's what I was being put on. I'm telling you, it's not. I'm not expecting a 17-game win streak, but am I expecting a 50-win season? Heck yes, I am. And so far, the Oilers are following that same script to getting to going to a big-time win total this year. I'm looking forward to it. So, friends, a good game tonight. And again, yeah, okay, I'm all happy. Yay. Like I said, anytime the Oilers want to shut me up, I'm going to be glad for it. I'm not going to be bitter that the Oilers did what I wanted them to do in a hockey game. I'm not that level of stupid. I will tell you, I'm a dumb guy sometimes, but I am not that level of stupid to be upset at getting what I want out of a hockey game. And tonight is exactly everything every single Edmonton Oilers fan shoulda, coulda, woulda wanted out of tonight's game in Nashville, Tennessee. Friends, from the Dolynny TV studios this evening, that's all I've got for you. Thanks for being aboard. Definitely feel free to check out the links here at the end of the video. Content from Patrick from the Oilers Fanatic. I could share his postgame, or you could check out the view down at Lake Louise today in his pregame edition, and that's what we're going to do. Thanks for being aboard. I am up on out of here.